executes before the... So they all actually executed before the stop loss. No, here's one here. The very last one on the 15-minute. Here's your entry point. It just ticks through and then pulls back and hits your stop over here. So again, please bear in mind, guys, as you see the compression, the signal, target, and the stop loss getting narrower, that's your indication that the move is coming to an end. So always remember, your best moves are moves 1, 2, 3, and maybe even 4 in a strong trend. After that, be very careful. And ideally, the 30-minute is your best friend. Like I said before, I don't mind you going to the 5-minute as long as you do your due diligence and you do the drill down method that we just did. The daily, check out the daily, put on your trend lines, put on your fib, know where you are. Go to the 1 hour, put your fib on and leave it on, and know where you are in relation to the price action for the last 2 weeks. And then optimally trade the 30-minute. If you want more price action and you feel confident and you know what you're doing and you know you're with a strong trend, then and only then drop to the 15. I hope I'm trying to be as very clear as I can on the rules. If you do that, I mean, you're looking at the same signals I'm looking at. They're very highly, highly effective. Is this 100%? No, it's not 100%. No indicator, no system out there is. But we're looking at over 80% accuracy, guys. If you do it right, there's no problem if you follow Rubicon. Now, I need to open it up to you guys. I've talked for a long time, gone through all the rules again, said what I needed to say. So I'll leave a moment for you guys to type in questions. As I'm doing that, I also want to bring up our info section. Our TEF webinars, that's for our students, are available at this website, tradersedgeproducts.com/students. If you ever lose your information for accessing the webinar, just drop us an email to webinar@tradersedgeforex.com and we'll send you out the information. And usually we send out a whole month at a time. Information on our brokers, broker@tradersedgeforex.com. Some new brokers coming online next week. I'll keep you updated as we go through that, and we might be dropping one, but I'll keep you informed. ForexAutoAlerts.com signal service. There's a trial on that right now. Good news on the signal service. I'm starting the technical work to have that come in line with Rubicon. And what I mean by that is within a week, hopefully within the next week, when a signal goes out, it will include the take profit point and the stop loss, just like you do on Rubicon. So that's coming. Information on coaching or advanced coaching, drop me an email to FO'Connor@tradersedgeforex.com. You can follow me on Twitter, Frank O'Connor FX. For those of you who want a management tool to go with Rubicon and our TEF, you'll find the Forex Pro Toolkit under tradersedgeforex.com. Don't forget to put in the TEF code. That's a discount code for students of the TEF or members of Rubicon. You can find me on Facebook at Francis P. O'Connor. And then don't forget, critical guys, the instructional videos for Rubicon are available at rubiconindicator.blogspot.com. That's the instructional videos only for the Thursday Rubicon. Oh, I think that's what you're saying, Felix. Yeah, that's correct. Felix is saying the same thing to me. Please remember, the Thursday webinars are available at rubiconindicator.blogspot.com. And we try and get them up within 48 hours. To purchase Rubicon, all you guys have, rubiconindicator.com. And then don't forget my recommendation, read Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. Ken, I did not know that they're linked for Rubicon webinar. Oh, yeah. They're there. Yeah, no problem, Ken. And again, if you ever lose your link for the webinar, just drop us an email to webinar@tradersedgeforex.com. But as Ken is saying, the link is also available on the Rubicon link. Robert, Meg have announced they're not going to take U.S. clients, so that's a done deal. Robert has a question about that. In relation to our Skynet, we're on it right now. I'm talking to another broker right now, and I think we have what I'm looking for. I'll know for sure in the next couple of days. So those of you leasing Skynet, Meg is done. Nothing we could do, not our decision, Meg's decision. But we'll have it back and running with another broker as quickly as possible. Is the leverage going to change? There's still some debate about that. It looks like it will, but it's not finalized yet. We may have to wait for the passage on the 16th of July. It looks like it will, Robert. In other words, the leverage will change. Instead of being able to get 100 or 200 or 300 to 1, and 500 to 1, as some of us have been able to do up till now, the leverage in the USA will drop to 50 to 1. Now, to be honest with it, about you guys, 50 to 1 leverage is fine. You really just, I wouldn't sweat that too much. You shouldn't be using much more than 50 to 1 with Rubicon. And again, the Rubicon webinars available, like we said, another question, they're available at rubiconindicator.blogspot.com. And you can go back and check out some previous webinars, the instructionals. There's several instructional videos on there as well on how to use Rubicon properly. And this week's will be up within 48 hours. Okay, don't forget, every Tuesday, for those of you who are TEF, Traders Edge Forex students, we have a specific webinar for students every Tuesday, and that's going over the TEF system. Our Rubicon is here every Thursday, like you guys are here. I do this every Thursday at the same time. And then the webinar will be available on the rubiconindicator.blogspot.com website. I could not agree more, Felix. I just talked with Felix is talking about these regulations from the NFA and how nasty they are, and what, you know, for us retail people. It's really bad, Felix. I just talked to some professionals in their business today, and essentially what they're doing with the brokers as well, they're with the requirements, the cash requirements of 20 million. I mean, they're making it that there will only be a handful of brokers. You know, maybe 4 or 5 brokers in the entire United States of America. So they're doing away with all the competition as well. It's a complete closed shop. And they're even going after foreign brokers and trying to tell them that they'll check their websites to make sure they're not soliciting U.S. clients. So it's pretty weird stuff, Now remember, I, as a U.S. client, I can do what I want. I can go and trade anywhere I want. But no broker can solicit me to do that. Also, Felix is saying, yeah, gold and precious metals are taken off the table as well. Leverage is gone. You can only trade gold or precious metals 1-to-1. Well, good luck with that deal. Nobody's going to be able to do that. So essentially, they took, you know, a lot of stuff away from us this week, guys. Thank you, NFA. And I think you will see a backlash to that, Felix. There's movement afoot by lots of introducing brokers, professional traders, different organizations. There is some pressure coming on. I'm hoping that we see some rollbacks of some of this stuff, because it's very prohibitive. It is very unfriendly to normal traders, and we're just the little guys. It's very unfriendly to us guys, completely unfriendly to us. Some of that, Robert is saying, are they trying to take the little guy out of the game? Some of that going on, Robert. They can't really do that no more than they could take us out of the stock market, but they've made it more difficult. You know, they've made it more difficult. That's all I would say. We're still in the game, at least for now. And again, Skynet, you know, as I said, don't worry, Robert, it'll be up and running again once I just figure out the brokerage situation. Okay, guys, I think if there are any other thoughts or questions, I want to leave it open to make sure everybody gets a chance to either ask a question or share a thought with us. Okay, before I go, guys, do remember, non-farm payrolls tomorrow. Please, please bring up your Forex Factory. Know what's happening in the morning. Know what time in your time zone when that's coming through. That's a very volatile time. You can see, and I have seen the euro dollar in particular and the pound dollar move 100+ pips in a matter of minutes. You do not want to get caught up in that type of crazy volatility. So do not be in the market around non-farm payroll. The consensus is looking good tomorrow. The ADP, which is like a precursor to non-farm payroll, came out today. You can see it here. I'll highlight it. Sorry. This is ADP right here. It was anticipated at 67, and it came out 157K. So that was a very good number today. And tomorrow, non-farm payroll is 88,000. So we could easily see a better number than that tomorrow. The Aussie dollar, yesterday, go in here. Where was the Aussie rate? Look at it here. The Aussie, the employment spike on the Aussie. See the employment news here? It was expected to be lower and it came in better than anticipated. That also happened though. The Aussie dollar was partly US weakness. It happened, I'm pretty sure, around the same time. Let me bring it up. Around the same time. One sec. Yeah, there she is. That 60 spike. It was at 230. Just one sec. Back to the Aussie. Just some fundamental news, guys. I'm not sure, looking at my charts, exactly what that was. Some reaction. Not sure. That was right after Asia opened. Probably commodity driven. Oil went up and commodities went up. Wasn't the Aussie rate decision, so I'm not sure. That's a big spike though on that baby. Let me get back to our Rubicon just one sec. Yeah, there she is on the Rubicon. Yep, big spike up. Let's see what happened on our... Oh yeah, I mean, when you see it moving like that, good recommendations to stay out of it. I could not agree. Once you see that big spike, tough to call. Tough to call. Whenever you see that, guys, I always suggest and I've seen it many, many times. I immediately go to the news and figure it. I want to find out, is there something going on, because I need to know. So I check. Daily Forex is a good one. Forex Crunch is another good one. Bloomberg.com, Reuters.com. Go to the news feeds and find out, is there something happening to cause those spikes? And almost always there is. But we as traders need to know that. So I'm glad you brought that up, Felix. Good point. Okay, guys, any other thoughts, observations, or questions? You too, Felix. All right, guys, I will be back next week, Tuesday for the TEF webinar, Thursday for our Rubicon webinar, and I look forward to seeing everybody again next week. Do have a great week's trading. Please be careful out there with NFP tomorrow, and I'll catch you next week. Hopefully everybody has a good trading week.